Good day, learners. You all welcome once again to our online learning. And once again, it's meant your favorite subject, business studies, for week 5. And the class is Basic 8. And we're going to handle the topic that says page setting. By way of objectives, by the end of the lesson, the students will be able to attempt the following: 1. Definition of page setting. 2. Identification of various types of alignments, and 3. How to set up a page and change a page orientation. So let's go in. Last week we did a topic that says paragraphing, and at the end of the lesson we are given an assignment which are as follows. He said, number 1, we should demonstrate any one of the paragraphing methods of your choice by writing a letter to your principal about the current COVID-19 pandemic and how it has affected your studies. 2. Which type of method or paragraphing is mostly used by business organizations for official purpose. And 3. What is page setting? So by way of solution, number 1, we know it's a letter. Therefore, I expect all of you to forward your letters. Let's see what you have written. It's an open-ended assignment. But number 2, we will say that there is no laid down rule or law that states the type of paragraphing method to be used by business organizations for official purpose. However, the fully blocked paragraphing method is widely used by business organizations around the world and have therefore be acceptable. Then 3, we say what is page setting, and our topic today will provide a solution to number 3 assignment that says what is page setting. So without wasting much time, let's go into today's lesson proper. Definition of page setting. And we say page setting involves changing the page setup of a business document. That's it. Changing the setup of a business document. Okay. And it is the use of page setup to change the page orientation size, color, and margin size. Then page setting is the changing of display settings such as font size and style. What we mean here is that your page setup simply allows you to predetermine the size of your document. When we talk about the size, we are talking about the kind of paper you want to use. It can be on A4, it can be on A3, A5, and other forms of papers. When we talk about the color, it's just, you know what the color are. Your, the margin. Your margin is talking about the allowance you leave at the top, the bottom, the right and the left hand side of your page to make it more presentable. So these are what we mean by page setup and page setting. Okay. Then what is margin? We say margin is the space allowed at the border of a document to make the text more attractive and easy to understand. Like I've said before, margin, it can be at the top, at the bottom, left or right hand side of your document. Okay, and we say it makes it look more attractive and easy to understand. So margin can be set, okay, in these various ways. Moving forward, we want to look at page setup is the limit set by the user that help to determine how a printed document or page will appear. Okay, so your page setup, mind you, We are talking about the use of the laptop or your desktop system. Okay, on typewriter we cannot have a page setup. Okay, it's not a feature of the typewriter, but in the laptop we can have all these things predetermined. So the page setup, okay, dialog box is usually available from the file drop down menu of any word editor program. So how to set up a page? The first thing you have to do using your Microsoft Word and 7 package is that when you open your laptop, okay, you see the menu bar. You see the menu bar. On this menu bar, we have the home, we have insert, we have page layout, we have references, mailings, review, and view. Okay. So once you have opened your Word, Microsoft Word and 7 package, the page setup section can be found or accessed when you click on page layout. Mind you, I say on the menu bar, you have home, insert, page layout, references, and so on and so forth. So for you to set up your page, just click at the page layout. Here you will see items like margin, orientation size, size, columns, etc. So don't get it wrong. Once you've opened your Microsoft Word package and 7, go to your menu bar. There you find home, insert, page layout, and others. So for you to set up your page, you're not going to click on home, you're not going to click on insert, but you click on page layout. After doing that, the next thing that will pop up is the page setup section, where you will now see your margin, your orientation, your size, columns, and other items. So having done that, the page setup window open when you click the custom margins. Custom margins can be found right under the margins. Again, margin is under the page layout on the menu bar. Okay, so by the time you go to the margin and click, it gives you the custom margins. Okay, so the custom margins, by the time you click that, it brings up another box. Okay, that will allow you to set all the page setup. Okay, what I mean by what I mean is that the margin you want to leave at the top, the bottom, the right hand side, the left hand side, you can do all that when you have clicked the custom margin. So moving forward, we say, what is alignment? Alignment is the placement of text and graphics on so that they can line up properly on the page. Alignment is the placement of text and graphics on so that they can line up properly on the page. So there are basically 4 types of alignment, and namely we have the left alignment, the right alignment. We also have the center alignment, and we have the justify. Okay, so when we talk about the left alignment, it simply means that each line will begin from the same point on the left margin. That's each line, okay, will begin from the same point on the left margin. So that's the left alignment. So the same thing, the right alignment means that the document, in fact, all the words will start from the right hand margin. Okay, it ends at the right hand margin. So take note, left alignment, it begins from the left margin, while the right alignment, it ends at the same point on the right margin. So they are like opposite of each other. Then we say the center alignment means to represent a document in such a way that each line of the written word has the same space on the right hand and on the left hand margins, okay, or page. Each line of written words has the same space on the right and on the left of the page. That we call it the center alignment. So it will not tend to the left more than the right and vice versa. So it will be equal on both the right and the left uh, page. Okay. Then the justify, we say when you justify a text along the left margin, the word spacing is adjusted so that the text falls with both margins. But to perform any of the above operations, all we need to do is to follow the steps below very carefully. One, you have to highlight the paragraph on which you want to set up or do your page setup. Align the paragraph or the page which you want to set up or work on. Then number two, you have to go to the menu bar. The menu bar, don't forget, is where we say you will find home, you will find insert, page layout, reference, mailings, and all that. Okay, so you go to the menu bar. When you get to the menu bar, you locate, go to the menu bar, then click on home. This time around, you click on home, not on page layout. Click on home because you're going, this is for alignment now, not page layout. You click on home. When you click on home, you locate the sector labeled paragraph. You have in that under home, you have about four sections. You have the clipboard, you have the font, you have the paragraph section, you have the styles section, and you have the fifth one, the editing section. So you locate the one labeled paragraph. Okay. So another paragraph, the first steps, you see the four options. They are just there. Okay. You see the right. If that's what you want to click on it. Don't forget, I've already highlighted your paragraph. So once you click on the left align, all your write-ups will fall in place towards the left. If it's to the write-ups will fall in place towards the right, and so on and so forth. Then 5, it says select the required option. Like I've said, the right, the left, the center, or justified alignment, and your document is ready. So having said that, let's see this. And let's say page orientation. Page orientation, we say this is concerned with how a document appears after it has been printed. And we have basically two types of page orientations, namely the portrait and landscape. Portrait and landscape, okay? So the orientation button allows us to choose which direction the documents will be printed, either the portrait or the landscape. So how do we change page orientation? Now you go to the file menu at the top of the monitor, you select the page setup. Page setup, that's under the page layout. You now select the page size. You see size. You click on size. Okay, then when the size, under the size, number 4, you now choose the page orientation of your choice. Okay, you can see the landscape, you can see the portrait under orientation. So you choose any of them and the document is set. So moving further, by way of evaluation, we have seen or we have learned the meaning of page setting. We can identify all the types of page alignments. We can also demonstrate how to have our orientation on documents, and we can also explain the steps involved in page alignment and page orientation. So by way of assignment, we say what are the types of page orientations, what is the importance of page setting, and what is a memorandum. So until we meet next week, I remain Mr. Shofolue Olisa, and your assignment should be forwarded to my WhatsApp number, which is on the screen, or my email. Thank you very much.